Collective, I hope you're doing well this evening. Let's check into the energy, shall we? What is it we need to know, Spirit? Got the Eight of Cups reversed here. Got somebody trying one more time. They're in a state of indecision, trying to avoid change and loss that will result in. Challenge is the Hierophant and the Upright. So they could be challenged by society and its rules or social approval. Maybe the religious institution that they're involved in is well, this is the energy of the unexpected. So their challenge is this energy of the unexpected, this religious institution, social approval. And the subconscious. We've got the King of Cups in the upright. So somebody who's emotionally balanced, compassionate, and diplomatic. In control and balanced, a supportive leader who's tolerant and empathic. In the recent past, we've got the Nine of Pentacles reversed. So somebody was living beyond their means, hustling, experiencing a false success, intentions and expectations. We've got two here. So the intentions and expectations were the Six of Swords and the upright. So somebody was expecting to leave behind, to release the baggage and to move on. But we've also got the Chariot reversed here. So they could be having difficulty moving on, and they could be very aggressive and out of control about that. In the near future, we've got the Four of Swords in the upright, so we've got rest and relaxation. So in the near future, there will be a renewal, some solitude, a retreat. The lens they're looking through is the Hanged Man. So there could be like everything is kind of on pause. Somebody has to let go of something. They have to surrender something. There's a change here. Oops. In the environment, we've got the Two of Cups reversed. So in the environment, there is disharmony, distrust, breakups, imbalance, tension, broken communication. And we also have Temperance reversed. So there's an imbalance. Yeah. Imbalance. Alcoholism, addiction. And the outcome? Page of Swords and the upright. So somebody's curious, they have a thirst of knowledge. restless mental energy. We got the Nine of Cups reversed on the outgoing, so there's somebody's not satisfied. They are all about materialism. So we got a King of Cups here who's kind of controlling the table here, it looks like. King of Cups, a diplomatic, supportive leader, could be part of this religious group, institution, could be bringing balance to a situation, bringing this change. This King of Cups could be you. Whoever this is, they've been living beyond their means, and they were expecting to transition and to move on out of this scenario, but they were having difficulty, arrogant, careless. Well, let's clarify some of this. Let's get some more cards. This is really vague. It's difficult to see. So somebody wants to try one more time. They they have a fear of change and a fear of loss. They're thinking about a feminine and her pathway. See that light there? So they're thinking about this feminine and her pathway. And they're trying one more time to be involved in that. They're challenged by this religious institution. Or maybe they're bound by this religious institution and its rules. Huh. They're challenged by an upcoming courtship. In their subconscious, they're thinking about this King of Cups, this supportive leader. Somebody's under adjudication. The King of Cups could be, he's a diplomatic, supportive leader who is emotionally balanced, but he's diplomatic, so and a supportive leader. It could be that he is bringing this one under adjudication. For living beyond their means, for hustling and taking credit for other people's work, for causing suffering in the world. Ooh. They could be getting an imprisonment for trying to steal this great fortune. They were hustling. living beyond their means. It's a false success. They're thieves, and they're going to prison for stealing a great fortune, or for trying to steal a great fortune. They were expecting to get this great fortune and to move on, to release all their baggage. But they have a lack of direction. They have opposition here. They're not able to move forward, and they have no control. They're being very aggressive and arrogant, perhaps careless in regard to privileged lady. In the near future, somebody is going to be resting and relaxing. They're going to be very stable. They're going to recuperate after what they have been going through. So, we've got a main male and a main female. A main male and a main female are going to be resting and relaxing, meditating, contemplating, recuperating, and renewal, and experiencing a renewal while they're in solitude. I don't know if they're going to be together, but they're both going to be going through this. These two are probably the ones here in this courtship here. She's the privileged lady. So there's a surrender here and a letting go. This false person has to let go. There's experiencing disharmony and imbalance. They're not people of high honor. Imbalance, temperance reversed, imbalance, alcoholism, addictions, overindulgence, doing things in extremes and in excess. You're going to be going on a journey. Page of Swords and the outcome. New ideas, curiosity, thirst for knowledge, new ways of communicating, restless, mental energy, air and earth. So this is a youthful curiosity for knowledge and new ways of being. Somebody's getting a message of concern. That they're dissatisfied. They're indulgent, very materialistic. Oh, and they're in despair. So we got somebody trying one more time. fear of change, a fear of loss. There's a masculine here who's got a feminine in his mind. Could be somebody from this main female's past. He sees that her pathway is clear. And he's trying one more time to stop her from leaving on this pathway. He has a fear of change. He has a fear of losing her. It could be that without her, he's nothing. Her pathway is clear. He's going to be experiencing an ending, a death, or a literal death. Fear of change, fear of loss. He's experiencing an ending. Her pathway is clear. He's challenged by a religious institution, and he's challenged by her upcoming courtship. And their success. They know that there is no greater goal than to love. Love wins the day. There's a King of Cups here who's emotionally balanced and compassionate. And a supportive leader who is either under judication or he is bringing judication to this one. Let's see, shall we? He's in regret. He's in regret. He knows that he can't change the past. They were living beyond their means, hustling other people's work and taking the credit for it, and their success was a false success. They're facing imprisonment for stealing a great fortune. So this is a self-esteem card, and it says, I possess gifts of the soul that benefit me and others, but it came out in the reverse. So these ones are being imprisoned. They don't have anything that within them that benefits others or even themselves. They thought that they were going to transition and leave behind everything and move on, but they received some opposition to that forward movement. They can't move forward. They have a lack of control. They're very aggressive and arrogant and careless over this privileged lady. They're envious. Of her growth, her expanded consciousness, and her expanded awareness. They're envious. This privileged lady is the main female here. And she and her main male are in relaxation mode right now, or they will be in the near future. The pathway is clear for them. They could be in solitude right now, like Like perhaps they haven't met each other yet, but perhaps they were going through some challenges, because this guy is looking at her in his mind. He can't get her out of his head, and he's thinking about her pathway, and it's covered with these little butterflies, which could be ancestors bringing her home, walking her home. And his trying one more time is this. So anyway, that's something. So we got the main male and the main female, who will be in relaxation and renewal mode. They've surrendered to the process. They've released the need to control this. They know that they don't control it. They know that it's in surrender. It's in surrendering to the process. It's in surrendering the need to control the process that allows it to move forward and flow. So we've got this false person here who has to surrender and let go, because these main female and this main male, they're in peace. She has to surrender and let go. They weren't able to keep these ones in a state of regret. They weren't able to keep these ones in a state of aimless drifting. They're peaceful. This main male and main female surrendered their need to control, and now they're resting and relaxing. They're at peace. So this false person has to let go. There's an imbalance in the environment within that whole system. This man and this false person here. They're not people of high honor. They're two people. There's two people here. So it's that man and this karmic false person, and there are two people that partnered up. They're not of high honor. They're not in balance. There's a lot of tension going on. They're in denial. It says, I acknowledge my fear, but I replace it with the insight of awareness. So they're in denial, and it could be that they're in denial because they are afraid, but eventually they will be very aware of what it is they're going to have. They can't deny it. Eventually they're going to have to face it, but currently they're in denial. So they're not in balance. They're imbalanced. They're overindulgent. They could be having alcoholism and other addiction problems. They're going to be taking a journey soon. Could be that they're afraid, because that's temperance in the reverse. So there's no harmony. There's no harmony. Alcoholism and addiction, self-healing, realignment, they have to go on a journey. This card is trust. I accept that my inner voice will always guide me correctly. And this could be what this main male and female did. They surrendered. They did what was necessary to be at peace. They trusted in this process. So there's a thirst for knowledge. There's a message of concern. Somebody's stuck in their pride. They love themselves and they see themselves in everyone. They think that everybody's stuff belongs to them because they see themselves in everyone. So everybody's stuff is theirs. So that's how they see it. They're full of pride. So they have a lack of inner joy. They're smug. They're dissatisfied, indulgent, materialistic, and they're in despair because this whatever they had going on failed. Came to an end before it even began. In this particular central energy. This is the central energy. Trying one more time, but the death card is right on it. So there's pointless. Pathway. He's got her in his thoughts. He sees her pathway open. He wants to get on that pathway with her, but it looks like he's going to be experiencing an ending, or he's going to be stopped, or he could be experiencing an actual death, because she gets the gift of a family. That's where that pathway leads for her. She's got a family coming, a beautiful gift, a promotion. She gets a promotion. She gets a family. And he's all stuck up in his pride. She gets a family. He's challenged by this religious institution, this courtship, and the fact that this couple knows that there's no greater goal than to love. And they trust each other. They're having sweet dreams. And he could be ill. This person here with the death card, he could be suffering from an illness. He could be under adjudication and in regret for what he did. And there's good news for the feminine that was coming after. She's encouraged because the rituals that this one was doing caused him to have an accident. And now he's in regret. And he's under adjudication. They were hustling, living beyond their means, taking credit for other people's work. Their success was false. They're going to be imprisoned. They don't have any gifts of the soul. that benefit themselves or others. They stole a great fortune or attempted to steal a great fortune, or maybe that's why they're going to prison, because that's what they did. They stole a great fortune in the past. The only thing they were good at is thieving. All right, where did you go? Oh, so they didn't get the real estate. And there's this great fortune here with alliances. So it looks like there's going to be, this is the conclusion. Yeah. The alliances have brought a conclusion to this scenario over this great fortune. There's a lot of envy. They thought they were going to be able to transition, to change, to release all of their baggage and to, you know, snatch this up and then to move on. They're envious. They ran into some opposition and they were not able to make forward movement. They're very much out of control, acting aggressively and arrogant over this privileged lady and her growth, her expansion, her awareness. They were under an illusion. So we got the main male and female. They surrendered their need to control. They surrendered their need to control this scenario. There is deception here in the near future also. Somebody's wearing masks. Somebody's pretending. So they should be aware of that. The worst is behind them, it looks like. And somebody is pretending, but they can release their need to control. They don't even have to worry about this. They can maintain their peaceful state. This false person has to let go. There's evidence of what they did. They're not in harmony. They're imbalanced, and there's broken communication. They're not people of high honor. They're in denial. It could be that these savings, this collection, they're denying that they have this collection of stuff, or that is that what there is? They're denying that they have this, that they collected all of this stuff. They're denying that they collected all these gifts, that all this wealth that belonged to other people. They overindulged. They're alcoholics and addicts going on a journey. The main male and female trusted in the Most High, God, and their ancestors and their team, their spiritual guides, who stopped this. They trusted their guides, and their guides said, stop. These ones are going on a journey. The Most High, Heavenly Father, King of the Man and the Monkey, King of God, New ideas. Thirst for knowledge, new ways of communicating. Message of concern. Their pride. Their pride. So there was a bribe or a temptation that somebody offered, and perhaps somebody took, and they're getting the message of concern right now. Somebody fell into a trap. It was a trap. And now they're in fright. So we'll just leave that there. They're dissatisfied, they're in despair, they failed, and they're in fright. They're in fright. They collaborated with a goal of putting this main female in a nightmare, causing her extreme stress, to puppet her main male, who persevered through all of his challenges. And now these ones are going to be experiencing confinement, while this main male and main female get eternal love. I hope this helps. See you on the next one.